Hello and welcome back to Campfire Stories with Sasquatch. Tonight, since we're getting close to Halloween, we're going to talk about a Halloween themed. Tonight's podcast is The Razor Blade and the Apple by Tick Bite NC. You know, growing up in the 1970s, Halloween was a full-on neighborhood event. We didn't have trunk or treats or organized mall events. We had the real thing. Pillowcases over our shoulders, plastic masks that fogged up, and houses lined with orange lights. We went door to door, and every porch light was an invitation. But somewhere along the way, something darker crept into that childhood magic. Parents started whispering, "Check the candy." Stories spread that somebody somewhere was sticking razor blades in apples or slipping poison into candy bars. It was on the news, it was in the papers, it was in school announcements. It felt real, it felt dangerous. It changed the way an entire generation looked at Halloween night. So what really happened? Researchers went back through decades of reports, police records, hospital data, old newspaper clippings, and they found almost nothing. No strangers killing kids with tainted candy. No wave of sick children. Just a lot of rumors, fear, and the occasional prank gone wrong. Sociologist Joel Best studied every known case from the 1950s through the early 1980s. He called it America's most powerful modern legend because everybody knew somebody that it happened to. Yet there wasn't a single verified death from stranger candy tampering. There was, however, one horrific case, and that kept the legend alive. It was Halloween night 1974. A Texas father named Ronald Clark O'Brien handed his son a pixie stick filled with cyanide. He wasn't a stranger, he was the boy's own dad, trying to collect insurance money. He tried to blame a neighbor, but investigators called on. It was the worst kind of betrayal imaginable, and the media ran with it. From the moment on, the words Halloween candy and danger were forever linked. And every year afterwards, when October rolled around, the warnings came back. Police departments reminded parents to inspect candy. Hospitals authorized free x-rays. I remember taking my pillowcase full of candy to the hospital and they x-rayed it. Even local news anchors were signing off with, "Stay safe out there and check your treats." But the truth is, almost all of it was myth. There were no candy poisoning strangers, no epidemics of razor blades in apples, just fear passed from headline to headline until it felt like fact. Looking back now, that panic tells us something about the Americas in the 1970s. We were living through times of change, rising crime rates, stranger danger campaigns, and mistrust between neighbors. Halloween became a mirror for that anxiety. It wasn't really about candy, it was about trust, and who we trusted with our kids, with our neighborhoods, and with our traditions. So this Halloween, as you walk with your children or grandchildren under the streetlights, remember the real monsters were not hiding in the candy bowl. They're hiding in our fears. And like most good ghost stories, they fade out once you shine a little truth light on them. This has been Razor Blades in the Apple, a Tick Bite NC story. Thanks for listening, and keep your lanterns lit, because sometimes the scariest stories are the ones we tell themselves. Also, the real monsters are humans. This has been Tick Bite NC. Catch you next story.